Hi everybody. I wanted to go ahead and make the follow-up video from last week. Um, I wanted to kind of give a broad overview of how our body works whenever we consume anything. And because I know that it can be really confusing, just like I was confused whenever I kind of first started this journey, um, I was just looking at calories instead of looking at everything as a whole. That I knew that if you burned more calories than you consumed, that would be a good thing. But that's not the only thing that we need to be looking at as far as what we're putting in our body. And I know a lot of y'all have been like, well, why are you doing keto and why are you fasting and all of that. So I wanted to kind of give my take on why I'm doing those things so that everybody can kind of understand some of the things that I've been doing. So, a couple of months ago, or I guess around Christmas, whenever I started first making videos, I had gotten to a point where I had just felt bad all the time. And I couldn't understand why I had lost all this weight but still feeling bad. Yes, I had energy. Yes, I can keep up with my kids, but I'm talking about like mental clarity. Sorry, I just drank some coffee. Mental clarity. Just more energy around like 2 in the afternoon whenever most of us are like crashing. And I couldn't understand why I'm still doing that. I figured once I had lost a lot of weight that all of that would have improved, and it didn't. I still got headaches. I still just felt generally just kind of blah. Like I should be feeling better, and I couldn't understand why. So I started researching kind of how our body works and how our body works when we consume food, and knowing that me having gastric bypass is only a tool. It's not the cure all. If you go into this thinking that this is going to cure you from obesity, you're wrong. There's a reason why you're obese in the first place, and you have to understand that. That this is only a tool for you to be successful. It is not going to automatically make you successful. And so, I started researching things, diets, nutrition, of how what to make my body function as best as it could. Because I don't know about y'all, but I only have one life, and I want to live it as best as I can and as happy as I can. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to, feel tired. I want to be the best me that I can be. And also, the knowledge that I've gotten, I can also help my kids, which are the most important thing to me. And so, um, after reading quite a bit, I decided to um, change how I ate. So, prior, I consumed a lot of dairy because it's mushy, cottage cheese, pimento cheese, milk. I still had, I was eating a lot of processed carbs, like veggie straws, rice cakes, things like that, that are not good for our body. And so I was like, oh, well, then that's, why I've been feeling like poo. So, what happens whenever you consume carbs? And carbs are in everything. So I think a lot of times it's misconceived that carbs are just your pasta and your bread or, potatoes and things like that. Well, it's not. You have carbs that are in spinach. You have carbs that are in celery. You have carbs that are in absolutely everything that you put in your mouth. There's some form of carbs, unless it's a protein, and then you luck out and win the lotto and can eat, boiled eggs. But understanding how your body processes carbs and proteins and fats is key to understanding your weight loss and getting mental clarity and feeling good and having energy in all of this. So, whenever you consume something, if it's something that has a lot of carbs in it, say anything processed is going to have a lot of carbs. Um, your body, when it enters your body produces insulin. So we're going to talk about your liver, which, and I've kind of talked a little bit about inflammation and what it does to your body. It can create type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ADHD, autism, all of these things, lupus, cancer, tons of things revolve around your gut health. And the fact that I had horrible gut health, I mean, still just all the time, like IBS bad, gut health. When I got to go, and you got to find somewhere fast. Because I also don't have a gallbladder, so yay. But anyway, how your body processes that is by releasing insulin. Your liver releases insulin, and insulin is going to break down your carbs that you've consumed either into fat or into fuel. So if you are eating something that has too many carbs, then I heard this explained this way from the guy that wrote, what book was it? He's a Chinese guy. Anyway, it's not The Great Brain, that's Dr. Perlmutter. This is the intermittent fasting guy, the obesity code guy. Fung, Dr. Fung. There we go, Dr. Fung. So he said, look at your body as two separate storage facilities. You have your refrigerator storage where you keep all your stuff. It's easy. You're going to go, you're going to grab something out, you're going to eat it, and it's right there. It's convenient. Then you have your freezer storage. This is what happens when your body turns the things into fat. Okay, so that's where your fat's going to hang out at. So if I am eating carbs, I'm going to put them directly into my refrigerator storage. So during the day, I'm going to go and I'm going to grab something out of that refrigerator storage and I'm going to use it for fuel. Okay, so I'm going to go there. What happens if I fill that refrigerator up with too many carbs, too much sugar? Because carbs are sugar. All your carbs turn into sugar and your body needs insulin to process those carbs. So when I'm consuming too many carbs plus sugar, okay, then that is going to overflow into our freezer storage space. And only will you get that the fat off is whenever you tap into those freezer storage tanks, which your freezer storage is your fat cells. Okay, so doing things that are low carb means that you are going to be tapping into your freezer storage space and pulling out the fat that you have as storage, using that as fuel, which is a cleaner fuel, makes your brain work better fuel than the processed carbs from your refrigerator space, if that makes sense. It made a lot of sense to me. Anyway, and then there's a lot to do with hormones, like your ghrelin, and your ghrelin is your hunger hormone. So whenever you first start doing something that's low carb, ghrelin is a mean little buddy. He's going to make you think you're hungry. When you're not, you just need to drink water and consume some electrolytes and all that. So that's why I really haven't been posting a lot of videos. I've really been in this kind of hardcore, like trying to get control of my brain and my hormones and do this keto thing for real. And plus we've been doing baseball and all of that. But I wanted to do the research and have me do it before I shared that information with you guys, because I'm not going to share something with it unless I've done it myself and I can give good advice on it. So over the past couple of months, I've been doing keto, and that is where I'm keeping my carbs under 20 a day. Yesterday was a bad day, actually. Put my macros into MyFitnessPal, and it was like 55 carbs. But then I realized, like, it was not counting net carbs, it was counting full carbs. And so, like, a bunch of this stuff, this is what I do. I make sure that it has more fiber than carbs. So, because your fiber is going to cancel out your carbs. So, So that really is helpful. And so I had made this like butternut squash stuff last night, which was really high in carbs, and I didn't really realize that until after I put it into my Fitness Pal. And then I made some fresh green beans with garlic, and it was really yummy, and those are actually kind of high in carbs. But anyway, so live and learn. So yesterday was a ooh day, but I did get a lot of good fats in, so that's a plus. So I was still in keto. But anyway, and then I was back at it today with my intermittent fasting until 12. So what I look at are calories, carbs, fat, and protein. I try to, on my Fitness Pal, I have it set to 1600 carbs because I don't worry so much with carbs anymore. And I know a lot of y'all are on 1200 calories. I don't look at calories so much anymore as just look at carbs. Sorry, not to be confusing. And so I have it set at 16. I normally do around 12. I try though to get in more calories from, you know, good fats are going to be more in calories. So I don't eat anything that's processed. I make absolutely everything. The only thing that I do eat that is processed would be I have Caesar salad dressing. It's like Mary's or something, Caesar salad dressing, and then a blue cheese dressing that I eat too because it's just pure fat, and so that helps me get my fat up. And if you're confused, keto is not Atkins. It's different than Atkins. A lot of people think that, oh, we're just over here eating a bunch of meat. No, my macros are more fat than protein and less than 20 carbs. So keto is a lot different. So what keto means is when your body starts pulling out the fat from your freezer storage, it's called ketosis. And so your body is fueled off of your reserved fat space. And so you're pulling that fat that you have in your body to use as fuel. So you're not putting in the carbs to fuel your body. You're using the fat that you already have to fuel your body, or the fat that you're inputting from like olive oil, avocados, grass-fed butter, or ghee, and like I said, Caesar salad dressing is a good one that has a lot of fat in it. And you can get like some beef jerky type things that have a pretty good amount of fat, like 12 grams of fat with 5 grams of protein, I think. But anyway, so you can play around with it. And your eggs are going to have 6 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat. So that's a pretty good one to have too. But anyway, I kind of just wanted to, and this can get really involved, and I don't want to overwhelm anybody. Or, you know, if you want to know any more about this or what I've learned or anything that I have done, you're more than welcome to message me or anything, and I will help. Because a lot of times, so whenever you start on your journey, you're looking at lower calories, and you're like, oh, well, sugar-free stuff is great. No, it's not. The stuff that's in your sugar-free stuff is going to actually make your hormones increase to make you crave sweet stuff more. So I don't have sugar-free. The only thing that I have that is sugar-free is my creamer in the morning, and that's just my non-negotiable. Like, I'm going to have that. But it is sweetened with sucralose, which is a better artificial sweetener. I do not consume anything with aspartame in it. And as far as sugar substitutes, I do stevia and this stuff called Swerve, which is really good for baking. It's really good granulated sugar, and they have confectioner's sugar. So, and I make the boys' stuff, my stuff, all of our baked things with that. I am going to try this stuff called Just Like Sugar. It has like 96 grams of fiber. So that sounds really exciting. It's in my Amazon cart. But anyway, so I want to try that out and see if it tears my stomach up. Because what I have found is the artificial sweeteners um, that they put in absolutely everything make you bloat because your body doesn't process it at all. It just sits in your intestines and it puts off this gas. And so you're bloating and I'm not going to lie, you're tooting and burping and all of this. Well, that's from that gas that's swelling up in your stomach. Plus, it makes you crave sugar more. Who needs that? Like, that's not good for you at all. And then who knows whatever problems it's going to cause later on in life, because those are linked to lymphoma and cancer. So, and here's another little tidbit: cancer thrives off of sugar and the alkalinity in your body. And so, sugar's just a no go. It's not good for you. So, that's why I've cut out carbs as low as I can get, and I only get carbs from natural things, natural vegetables, natural fruit, and I don't really consume that much fruit. I did have some apples, so a couple of days ago, so that was exciting. But just calculated those in my macros. You know, we do eat a lot of blueberries and strawberries and blackberries, lots of blackberries and blueberries, so they're really good for you. Um, but I will say have I feel better than I've ever felt. I still do have my days where I feel bloated, but I think that's just part of being a girl or whatever and being human. Um, but I've never felt better. So I know that this is the way to go for me. And I've just kind of had to play around with it and figure out what makes my body work the best. And there has been certain things where I'm like, nope, I know it's good for you, but I cannot do it. Like sweet potatoes, it's too high. Although it's a good glycemic carb to have, it's higher in carbs, but it's like a kind of like a banana. It's a better than eating a bowl of pasta, but not as good as eating a bowl of spinach. So, and it just kind of makes me feel just blah. So I found that this makes me function as at my peak. So it's the lifestyle that I've chosen. It's not going to work for everybody, but I know that it's working for me, and that's all that matters. So my point in this is to let you guys know that we have to address the fact that surgery is only a tool. What you put in your body is going to determine whether you're overweight or not. How you feel, if you feel great or you don't feel great. Nutrition is absolutely everything to how our body functions and how you're going to function. And it's important to know how your body processes all of these things. And so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try to be an encouragement and give you any advice that I can on any of the things that I've done. There's a lot of things that I don't do anymore, as far as I look at it as I just need to be eating the way that we ate, a long time ago. I don't want to say like a caveman diet, but our body God made our body to go through feast and famine. And if you think about it right now, we are no famine. We don't starve. And so we're putting too much into our bodies all the time, and our body doesn't have time to heal itself. Studies have found that if you fasted for 24 hours, that your cells are actually, your bad cells that are in your body are actually going to die off, and your body will produce new cells. And all these really cool things happen whenever you live the way that our bodies were made to live. And so I've kind of just adopted that mentality. So I do fast 16/8. So I fast for 16 hours, eat in an 8-hour window. And once a week, I'll try to do a 24-hour fast. This past week, I only did a 20-hour, but I thought, hey, that's pretty good. And so I'm trying to learn to listen to my body more, to listen to the things that are affecting me, and just be the best me that I can, and to help you guys. And so if there's anything that y'all are trying that has worked for you guys, let me know. Let's share. And so that way we can help everybody, and everybody can be the best you that you can be. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. And our next video is going to talk about how to deal with the meditation side. So this is an exciting one. I'm kind of excited to do this because it's an important aspect too. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.